Hi everyone. So in this video session, we are going to discuss about Tinkercad. So basically, Tinkercad is an online free 3D modeling software, and which is browser-based software. And this particular software is known for its simplicity as well as the ease of use. So in this particular Tinkercad software, and basically this Tinkercad software is designed for 3D modeling, and we can convert the 3D model designed from this Tinkercad software using a 3D printer as well. So this is an entry level 3D modeling software, and in 2017 May, and especially this particular Tinkercad software is available online in 2011 onwards, and this particular software is backed by Autodesk. And in 2017 Tinkercad softwares, Autodesk, who backed Tinkercad, and they stopped this particular software name called Circuit.io, and everybody knows about Circuit.io. And the Circuit.io is an electronic circuit designing software, and they stopped or discontinued this particular Circuit.io, and they added this particular electronics designing features into Tinkercad. They integrated this particular feature into integrate your Tinkercad softwares, and now in Tinkercad you are getting 3D modeling software as well as circuit designing software as well. So as an electronic engineering students, you can concentrate on this particular feature, that is basic circuit designing as well as the simulation of Arduino platform as well. So in this course we are going to discuss the introduction to Tinkercad, and we will do some basic circuit designing experiment as well. So let's get into the introduction to Tinkercad. So I'm going to tell you how to access this Tinkercad software online, and later we will look into the GUI, and later we will do some basics electronic circuit designing feature as well. And later on in the next upcoming video lectures, we will tell you how to simulate Arduino in Tinkercad as well. So without any delay, let's get started. First of all, in order to use this Tinkercad online platform, go to Google. So open any browser, go to google.com, and you need to type Tinkercad. So you need to type Tinkercad and press enter. Then as soon as if you hit your enter button, you can see that you are getting the first link, that is www.tinkercad.com. So you just click on the link below that, just click on that once, and the link immediately redirected to the official page of tinkercad.com, and you can see the visual GUI is in the screen now. So this is the official page of Tinkercad, and in the right top corner you can see that you have two options available. One is join now. You can create a new account in Tinkercad. So for that you are going to use this particular join now button, and if you have a valid Gmail ID, Gmail account, email ID, and you can able to sign in to Tinkercad using the sign in button. So better, I think everybody having a Gmail account now, so I am preferring this, but instead of creating a new account using join now, you can go directly inside using sign in button. So click on the sign in button, immediately it is redirected to another one page. So here you have multiple options are there to sign into this Tinkercad. So one is signing with Google. So if you have a Google email ID, valid ID, you can use that to sign in, or if you have an Apple ID, so if people using iPhone, so definitely they use an valid iPhone ID to access their applications. install applications and synchronize with the iTunes as well. So those people can use Apple ID, and everybody is using Android phone. So in order to use your Play Store application, definitely you sign in with an email ID. So the same email ID can use here to sign in. So I prefer that method. Just select the option sign in with Google. So click on that. Now immediately the page redirected to the Gmail, and I'm going to use my email ID. So click on my email ID. So you are type, if you don't have any suggestions, just type your Gmail ID on it, will and enter your password as well. So it will automatically redirected to your Tinkercad official dashboard, right? So now here you can see that I sign into Tinkercad, and now this is the interface what I am getting after the sign in, right? So here I told you that Tinkercad is basically famous for 3D modeling, and now they added in 2017 they added this particular electronic designing features, and now I'm going to choose circuit because we are going to use circuit designing as an electronic engineering student. So click on the left side, you can see that 3D design is available and circuits are available. Code blocks is nothing but instead of writing Arduino codes, you can able to drag and drop some blocks, and it will what I say, it will create codes in the background. So that is a code block. So first initially I'm going to use circuits. So click on circuits, and now you can see that this is my previous track history. So I just delete this, and as a fresh user, this is the interface you are going to get once you click on circuits. And now you can see that create a new circuit option is available, and try circuits. So this is we will discuss about creating different circuits using Arduino Uno later. So first I'm going to tell you how to create simple electronic circuits. So for that, click on new circuits, create new circuits. Now the page will be redirected to circuit designing dashboard. So this is the dashboard we are getting after clicking on that creates new circuits. Now in the right side we can see that components button here. So in that components, here basic components are available, so you choose basic. So here the basic components are listed there, and you can see that batteries and cells, then switches, potentiometers, capacitors, LEDs and resistors. These are the basic electronic components available. So I'm going to tell you how to create a simple circuit and LED blinking circuit, and later on we will get into Arduino simulation as well, right? So basically first I'm going to create a simple circuit. So for that, I need to choose the required components from the right side of these components features and drag and drop to the middle side of this dashboard. This is the designing dashboard available, right? So I need an LED, right? So LED I drag and drop here. You can immediately you will get an option like this. You can name it and you can choose different colors as well. So here it is red, so the graphical user interface is like red LED. And if you choose blue, the LED turns blue. So which color of LED is required, and you can use that particular color using this option. So I'm going to use red only, right? And in this LED you can use your mouse scroll button to zoom in and zoom out. So you can see that in this LED, so this is the anode, and this is the cathode. So cathode is connected to always the negative terminal, and anode is connected to the positive terminal. And in real world, if you pick up an LED, you can identify the cathode and anode using the length of the legs. So the one which having greater length, that is your anode, and the one which having lesser length, that is the cathode. So positive and negative, this is how you identify in the real time. So LEDs, I choose LED, and I need one battery. So I'm going to use a 3-volt cell, right? This is already, I think you can see this kind of cells, which is quite used in some watches and all. So this is a cell. I'm not going to use this particular cell. Why means, this one is 9 volt, and if I am using this one in the real in this simulation, I will connect this particular to this. I will show you that. I just delete the connection. To delete the connection, press the particular wire and choose delete. So here also choose delete, and let me connect this to this battery. So the positive is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the negative is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, right? And just click on start simulation, and now you can see that the LED is glowing, right? But here it is not glowing. So at that, so here I will show you how to connect this particular LED to this battery, 9 volt battery. So I am choosing one more LED. So yeah, one more LED I choose. So select the, this is the button to change, to rotate this. So here red color is your positive and black color is your negative. So your positive is connected to red color, and the negative is connected to this color, black color, right? Now I am choosing simulation. So you can see the difference between these two LED, because this is 3 volt battery and this is 9 volt battery. So both the LEDs are glowing now, but you can see some star like symbol here. So this indicate that this particular LED is powered by over voltage, right? That's why this is showing like this, but this is glowing normally. So in practical, if in practical scenario in real time you are going to connect an LED to a 9 volt battery, so maybe it will glow for a few seconds, and afterwards the LED will destroy. I mean, the LED won't light up later, because due to overheating, because of the over voltage, the LED will be destroyed, right? So don't use 9 volt battery to glow up an LED. So this is how we are going to create, how we can create simple circuit using the electronic features in Tinkercad. I think you got some idea now. Likewise, you can use some push switches, push buttons. You can use 1.5 battery. So 1.5 volt battery is available. Symbol, you can still connect an LED to this particular battery. The positive and negative terminal is given, and you have transistors available, right? Then a few other sensors available, and now we are going to let's delete all this, and let me explain how can we use a breadboard for creating some circuits. So most of them don't know how to use breadboards. So in the components list, you can drag down and you can see that breadboard is available. So drag the breadboard. So here breadboard is here, right? So in breadboard you can see multiple lines, dots are available. So there is some rules of connecting components in breadboard. So for example, I'm you going to use one resistor. So just drag and drop one resistor, right? I'm not, see, this is 1k resistor, so the color coding is there. So using color coding we can able to identify what is the resistance of this particular resistor. So this is a 1k resistor, the color is brown, black and red. So and I'm so I'm first explaining how can I connect this resistor in the breadboard. So some people can see that, you can see that some people will pick up the resistor and it will connect it like this, right? So if you are connecting like this is not acceptable. The reason is that suppose if I am connecting something to one of this hole, the entire hole is having the same signal, right? So suppose I am connecting the positive terminal to any one of this particular line, all the six holes having same signal. So and in practical I can say that, in practical I can say that this is short circuited because the both ends are connected in same line, so it will get short circuited, right? So this is not a practical way to connect a resistor in breadboard. So instead of that, I'm going to connect it like, one second, and you need to rotate this resistor clockwise once. Now pick up the resistor and connect like this. So this line is same, so the signal from this line goes through the resistor and comes to the other end. So this is the way to connect a resistor, right? Likewise I'm going to connect an LED. I'm going to pick up one LED. Now I just connect it like this. Both ends are in both different vertical columns, right? So this is how we are connecting components in breadboards. Now in the top and the bottom side you can see that positive as well as negative channels are available. So suppose I am going to use a power supply like 9 volt, right? I'm choosing one 9 volt. So the positive line of the battery is connected to this positive, so the entire horizontal lines getting the supply. Yeah, you can pick up, you can use any wires from here to the breadboard connection. So the entire line is having positive, so horizontally this is all same. And likewise the negative is connected to this particular negative, any one of the holes. So the entire hole is having the negative, so you can pick up any ground connection from the middle of the breadboard to here, right? So this is how we are connecting supplies or batteries to breadboard. So keep it in mind. And some people will directly connect from the battery to breadboard, that also possible. But if you require multiple battery connections, then this is the most feasible way to do it, right? So and look into the basic components list. We have different sensors are available, like ultrasonic sensors, photo sensors, PIR sensors, and buzzers, batteries, and Arduino Uno R3. That is the what we are going to use in the next video lectures. And we will interface with all these components with Arduino, and we will create some simple projects as well. So this is all about the introduction to Tinkercad software, and in the next session we will directly go to Arduino simulation in Tinkercad. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.